Have you ever wondered about the untold stories behind the biblical giant Goliath? Brace yourself for a thrilling adventure as we unveil the hidden narrative of Goliath's 5 colossal brothers, a family whose fearsome presence once shook the ancient world to its core. Prepare to be transported back in time, where the hiss of steel and the roar of battle echo across the deserts and valleys of Canaan. Each towering sibling possessed a distinct legacy, forged by power, pride, and, at times, the heavy weight of vengeance. Follow us as we trace their monumental footprints through the pages of sacred scripture. Now, let's embark on this epic journey. In the ancient lands where faith and legend intertwine, the Bible introduces us to the mighty giant Goliath of Gath, a figure whose name echoes through the annals of history. Yet, what many of us are unaware of is that Goliath was not an isolated colossus. Instead, he belonged to a family of giants, a bloodline of titans whose very existence sparked both awe and fear. Today, we explore the true story and origins of these 5 giant brothers of Goliath, revealing the untold details that history has almost forgotten. The legacy of the giants. Our journey begins shortly after the dramatic clash between David and Goliath, a battle that forever altered the course of Israel's destiny. While the victorious King David's encounter with Goliath is well known, what remains shrouded in mystery are the events following that fateful moment. It turns out that Goliath had 5 brothers, all born of the same mighty race of Rephaim, or Rephaite, giants. These formidable beings, with their extraordinary heights, ranging from 9 to 15 feet and astonishing widths, have left an indelible mark on biblical history. Imagine this. After hearing the news of their brother Goliath's defeat at the hands of David, these 5 giant brothers were consumed by a burning desire for revenge. Their hearts, full of rage and sorrow, vowed to bring King David's reign to a grinding halt. In their eyes, avenging Goliath was not just about family honor. It was a war cry that echoed across the battlefield. The Bible, however, does not simply recount these events without vivid details. It paints a picture of these giants as beings of colossal size and strength, wielding weapons so enormous they seem almost mythical. Their weapons, like spears described as being like a weaver's organ, give us an idea of their overwhelming physical power. The first brother, Lami. Let's start with the first giant brother, Lami. As recounted in 1 Chronicles 20 verse 5, "And there was war again with the Philistines, and Elhanan, the son of Jair, smote Lami, the brother of Goliath the Gittite, whose spear's shaft was like a weaver's beam." Just imagine the scene. A towering figure armed with an impossibly long and heavy spear, its shaft as robust as a weaver's tool. The sheer magnitude of Lami's weapon tells us everything we need to know about his size and the formidable force he possessed. Many scholars suggest that Lami's stature was comparable to that of his infamous brother Goliath, standing nearly 10 feet tall, if not slightly more. Could you picture the battle? The clash of titanic forces, where every strike reverberated like thunder across the valley. Lami, with his immense weapon, fought not only for honor, but for the legacy of his bloodline. His presence on the battlefield was a testament to the strength and valor that these giants commanded. The second brother is Shibanob. Next in our recounting is the formidable giant known as Shibanob, detailed in 2 Samuel 21 verse 16. Here, the scripture tells us, "And there was yet a battle with the Philistines, where Shibanob, one of the sons of the giants, wielded a spear with a point weighing 300 shekels of bronze." Yes, you heard it right. 300 shekels. That spearhead alone is said to have weighed around 13 to 15 pounds, a weapon crafted for a giant indeed. Shibanob not only carried a massive spear, but also brandished a giant sword, sharp and deadly, fitting the stature of one who was born into a race of warriors. In the heat of battle, as King David's forces clashed with the Philistines, Shibanob emerged as a relentless adversary. His challenge to David was so intense that it required the intervention of Abishai, the courageous friend of one of David's warriors, to defeat him. This moment underscores not only the raw power of Shibanob, but also the unwavering resolve of those who stood by David's side, ensuring that the light of Israel's legacy would not be extinguished. The third brother, Saif. Our story continues with the third giant, Saif, whose presence is recorded in 2 Samuel 21 verse 18. Saif, like his brothers, was a giant of the Rephate race, a being whose physical prowess was matched only by his fierce loyalty to his kin. In another dramatic encounter with the Philistines, the mighty Saif was engaged in battle by Sibbecai the Heshite, who ultimately defeated him. Although the biblical record does not detail every nuance of Saif's combat, it is widely believed that he stood at about 6 cubits tall, roughly 9 to 10 feet in height. Can you imagine the sight? A giant striding across the battlefield, each step shaking the earth, his shadow looming large over the trembling soldiers below. His might and his tragic fate serve as a powerful reminder of the heavy price of vengeance and the unstoppable march of destiny in the pages of Scripture. The mysterious fourth brother, Goliath the Gittite. Just when you thought the tale of giants couldn't grow any more intricate, the Scriptures introduce us to yet another perplexing character, another giant named Goliath. Recorded in 2 Samuel 21 verse 19, this Goliath, known as Goliath the Gittite, distinct from the famous Goliath of Gath, bore a striking resemblance in both size and ferocity to his well-known sibling. The text recounts, there was yet another battle with the Philistines, where Elhanan the son of Jair smote Goliath the Gittite, whose spear was like a weaver's beam, just as was the case with his brethren. Here, the narrative tantalizes us with the notion that even within the family of giants, some names and titles recur, an echo of a lineage so steeped in power and enigma that even their names overlap. This peculiar repetition deepens the mystery and leaves us wondering about the true extent of their family's might and their intertwined fates on the battlefield. The colossal fifth brother, the nameless giant. Our final chapter introduces the most awe-inspiring of them all, a colossal giant, so immense that he defied even the monstrous reputation of his brothers. Though his name is not recorded, his legend is immortalized in 2 Samuel 21 verse 20. The verse reads, and there was another battle at Gath, where there was a giant, a man of tall stature, who had in each hand 6 fingers, and in each foot 6 toes. Now pause and let that sink in. Imagine a giant whose hands and feet carried an extra digit, a total of 24 fingers and toes. This extraordinary detail not only sets him apart from his kin, but also symbolizes his superlative might. His colossal frame and unique anatomy captivated all who witnessed him on the battlefield. Many scholars and enthusiasts alike have speculated that this giant may have even surpassed Goliath in both size and ferocity, a living testament to the legacy of the Rephate giants. His presence in the ancient world was more than just a physical anomaly. It was a harbinger of the divine mysteries woven into the fabric of biblical history. His extra digits have sparked countless discussions among historians and theologians, raising questions about the very nature of the beings God created in the days of old. The broader context of the giants. Before we draw our tale to a close, let's step back and consider the broader picture. The giants of the Bible, including the Rephaim, the Anakim, and even the Nephilim, were not merely relics of an ancient past. They roamed a land filled with diverse peoples and tribes, a land where the Israelites, freshly liberated for the house of Egypt, encountered formidable foes in Canaan. These giants, with their towering heights and immense power, had long dominated the lands of Canaan, Mesopotamia, and even parts of Africa. They were symbols of the primordial chaos that the people of Israel had to overcome. Their migration and survival across various regions of the world suggest that legends of these titanic beings have transcended time and culture. Today, whispers of these giants can still be found in folklore and mythologies from Africa, the Americas, Europe, and India. The historical accounts of these giants serve as both a cautionary tale and a testament to the struggles that the Israelites endured in their quest to establish a nation under God. Their battles were not simply physical conflicts. They were spiritual struggles, emblematic of the eternal fight between the forces of chaos and the divine order established by the Almighty. Reflecting on the legacy of the giants. As we reflect on this riveting tale, several themes emerge that resonate with us even today. First, the story of Goliath and his giant brothers is a vivid reminder of the consequences of unchecked pride and the thirst for vengeance. Their rage following Goliath's defeat spurred them to challenge the very destiny that God had ordained for Israel. Yet, in every encounter, the hand of divine providence was evident, protecting the people of Israel and ensuring that the lamp of hope would never be extinguished. Secondly, these accounts invite us to ponder the mysteries of our past. Who were these giants? What did they truly represent? Were they merely physical beings of extraordinary size? Or did their existence hint at deeper spiritual truths and cosmic battles that shaped human history? While Scripture offers us glimpses into their lives, it also leaves us with questions that have fueled debates among scholars, historians, and theologians for centuries. And lastly, the legacy of these giants is not just about physical might. It is about the courage, the faith, and the resilience of a people who, despite facing seemingly insurmountable odds, dared to believe in a higher purpose. Their struggles remind us that in our own lives, no matter how colossal the challenges we face may seem, there's always hope, there's always a way forward. In closing, the saga of the 5 giant brothers of Goliath is more than just an ancient tale of warfare. It is a rich narrative that encapsulates the human spirit, the relentless quest for justice, and the mysteries that lie at the heart of divine creation. From Lami's fearsome spear to the enigmatic extra digits of the nameless giant, every detail of this story invites us to look deeper into the Scriptures and uncover truths that remain hidden beneath the surface of history. So what do you think? Are these giants merely myth, or do they hold a mirror to the deeper, sometimes unfathomable realities of our world? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's continue this conversation about the wonders and mysteries of our ancient past. Thank you for joining us on this epic exploration of biblical giants. Remember, if you enjoyed today's story, hit that like button, share with your friends and family, and subscribe to Eternal Bible for more enlightening stories from the sacred Scriptures. Until next time, keep the faith and stay inspired.